Hi, everyone. Welcome. This series I am super excited about. And the reason being is why is it that we hear over and over again, you want to release weight, you want to lose weight, go on a diet, eat less, exercise more. But they all tell you that's the magic bullet. If that was so, then why the TV show? I'm sure you've all watched it sometime or heard about it. You know, The Biggest Loser? Well, The Biggest
Mhm.
Loser, they have almost 100% of people who go on it and lose a whack of weight, put it all back on plus more within 1 year. And the statistics also tell us it's not just The Biggest Loser, but that one is the real loser. I mean, that one is really capital L, is that 95% of people who go on a diet put the weight all back on plus more within 1 to 3 years. Okay. So eating less and exercising more in theory, yeah, but it won't last. Why won't it last? Why? Because every single one of you, I'm sure, that's listening to this recording, Carol and Bev and Cathi and all of you at some time had gone on a diet, lost weight, put it back on, you know, and you feel like such a failure. And the reason being is releasing weight has to do with our hormones, our emotions, and our feelings. Every single person, that is the key. You know how you have those days where you're just like, well, I'm gun ho. I'm going to do it today. This is it. And then by, I don't know, 2 o'clock, it's like wet diet. It had to do with your hormones, it had to do with your emotions. So this series is going to be all around that. So I'm actually going to help you with different things that you do every day. Can I give you one, for instance? Okay, and I'm going to give you a whole list, of course. You guys got the tip sheet, but having a shower. Most people do that every morning, right? Well, that is great. But having a shower in the morning as opposed to the evening is really important. Why? Because the morning you've all heard of the circadian rhythms, how you sleep, how you wake up. You tend to wake up the same time every night to go use the washroom or whatever, right? Even in the morning, you'll wake up without an alarm clock at the same time. Well, if you have a shower in the morning, that helps the rhythms rather than at night. Here's the key though. Have a glass of warm water or tepid water before you get in the shower. Okay, yes, it's going to help your hormones. It's actually going to help your body and all of those things. So just a cup of warm or tepid water, okay, before you jump into the shower. So we're going to talk about simple little things you can do that will make a huge difference, because you notice we have a lot of them. Okay, so I want you, when you're going through the tip sheet, to pick the ones that, yeah, that one I'm going to start to do, because it'll really make a huge difference. So every week we're going to be talking about how to help your emotions, how to give you that zest for life, and how we can help our hormones. Because I'll tell you, people, when you do it that way, releasing weight is wonderful. It's actually motivating. It gives you that, wow, you can't wait to talk about it to your friends and your relatives, and you're just tickety poo. You're just right on target. And that's what I want for you. Okay. So this week, what I'm going to ask you guys to do is to have in front of you your tip sheet. Okay. And we're going to go through it and give you as much information as I can on just dopamine. But that's only one hormone. Okay. So we have three different ones that actually will affect our motivation, our zest for life. And so that's why we have to do it in the 4-week series. So let's start with, why is dopamine so important? Well, dopamine is our motivator molecule. It is our, we can do it. It boosts our drive, our focus, our concentration. And it enables us, now here's the key, you guys. This one is really important. It enables us to plan ahead and to resist impulses. Resist impulses. That one should be highlighted, okay? So we can achieve our goals. So what's an impulse for releasing weight? And this isn't just for releasing weight. This is for anything in your life. You know how you see the, I don't know, the date square out there, or that just popped in my head. I do love date squares, but you know what I mean? The bag of chips or whatever, and you see it and you go, just one little bite. That's the impulse. That's the dopamine, lack of dopamine, saying to go for the impulse. So what we're going to do is learn how we can create that dopamine, so that impulse, we see the date square, but we go, no, it's not really worth it. Or, oh, I'll have it after lunch. I'll cut it in half. I'll make love to it. I'll enjoy it. Life is good. I'll have it there again tomorrow if I decide to do it. Do you see what I'm saying? It makes you think about it. And so impulses for releasing weight is so important. It gives us, dopamine gives us that feeling of bliss. It gives us that happiness. You know, when you're first in love, it's like dopamine is rushing all through you. It's, you know, you don't even think about, I don't know, whatever. He's perfect, right? You know, then a couple of months down the road, whatever, he, you know, didn't take the garbage out correctly the way you would have, you know, and you start to nag or whatever. That's lack of dopamine. Okay. So dopamine is that rush when we're first in love, that created, you know, just feeling of utopia. You know, it's a drug. So we can create dopamine naturally every day through these tips. And too little dopamine, it leaves us unfocused, unmotivated, and even depressed. They've proven people who are depressed do not have a lot of dopamine going. So that's what we're going to focus on this week. Okay? Everybody with me? Great. Any questions up to now? Okay. What's the cause of low dopamine? Why is it I start the diet, I start the project, I'm going to clean out my closet, I'm going to blah, 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 get rid of all those boxes in my house, Jules, and I just start and there's a rabbit goes by, there's a cat goes by. I'm on to that, right? You know, squirrel, you ever heard that expression? Okay, well, that's lack of dopamine. Squirrels don't have a lot of dopamine, but boy, they'll find those nuts. So they have a little dopamine for that sort of thing. But here's one of the problems with most people right now. And what it's called is electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation. It's one of the most unexpected dopamine drains. It might be your cell phone. It might be being on and watching too much YouTube videos. I know everybody's bad habits. And it's like you go on Facebook and an hour later, what the heck happened? Right? You know, how did I stay on here so long? Right? It's that radiation. Okay. So it drains your dopamine. So the electromagnetic radiation emitted from cell phones can disrupt levels of dopamine and serotonin. So there are ways around it, okay? There are protectors you can put on for elimination. And if any of you are interested, just give me a shout, because I've already sold them out. I only have one left, and I wear it at all times. And this is going to look funny, but I have it in my bra, okay? And this little device, no radiation hits me, nothing, okay? And simple, hide it away, you know, but it really helps with your focus and your energy. So phones are one of the culprits, being on your computer a lot, iPad, that sort of thing. So unhealthy ways to increase dopamine, because, hey, there are ways to increase it. Addictive behaviors and substance, like people who say, gotta have my coffee. Gotta have my coffee. What they're saying is, gotta get that dopamine surge. So caffeine is one of the culprits. Okay. Sugar is really hard, really, really hard on the system. Recreational drugs, shopping, porn, gambling. You know, gamblers, they can't stop once they start, right? Smoking. So caffeine, sugar, recreational drugs, shopping, porn, gambling, and smoking. It floods the brain with unhealthy high levels of dopamine. So kind of like blood sugar, right? You know, when you eat that sugar or that carb, up it comes, but what comes up must come down. So you crash. I could have even put on their energy drinks, you know, those ones that it seems that some people are really addicted to. All of those things give that rush of dopamine. Now, these ones, you guys, this one is pretty incredible. So nicotine. We all know we should stop smoking. You'll see this is me, by the way, for any of you who are listening to the first time. I should have introduced myself. 326 pounds, and you'll see what was in my little hand. Okay. And I was a real smoker. Okay. Did I know smoking was bad for me? Did I know? Oh, yes. Just like, you know, having the date square or the bag of chips is not going to help you lose weight. Okay. But that's the part of the brain that's not the hypothalamus. Okay. And that is one call I'm going to be talking more about, how to help that part of your brain. So I was so driven to release my weight when I finally did it. Okay. But guess what? I was driven before that. I had done the grapefruit diet. I had done the, you name it, high protein diet. I was driven for a day or two. Okay. You know, so instead, what I decided to do was get information on help that would help this. And once I started feeding this, the hypothalamus, the brain, I knew it was done. I knew that I knew that I knew. And it's hard to explain, but I knew it was different. And that's what this series is all about, a different way to lose weight. Okay, we all know the rules of losing weight, but we don't know how to feed this. And this is so important. We know how to feed this, but we don't know how to feed this. And that's what I'm going to teach you, so that you're driven and you're just focused. So nicotine will increase the dopamine by 200%. So that's why when you say to a smoker, just quit, and they go, oh, duh. Yeah, you know. And I remember when I started my weight loss program, I can't quit smoking, I might gain weight. I would say that to people. They'd say, well, you know, what the hell? Okay, why not try it just to see? But that is an old belief. It's all to do with our old beliefs and how to recreate new empowering beliefs. Cocaine, it increases the dopamine by 400%. Okay. Amphibians and amphetamines. Okay. You know, all those other drugs, you know, crack, you know, I don't know. What? Meth? Thank you. Yeah. You know, jaw dropping 1000%. Wow. Okay. Like you see the people on meth. Thank you, Cynthia. And their teeth are almost gone. They look like they're like at least 20 years older, you know? And you go, why the heck are you doing that? Dopamine. And it has to do with the hypothalamus. So that's why support groups work. Okay. Getting them into because they got to change this. Then once they change that, they get a different kind of dopamine. Okay. So you're going to get healthy rushes. Okay. That's good. We want those healthy rushes. And that's what we're going to focus on in this 4-week series. So let's just talk about some healthy ways to increase dopamine. And what I'd like you to do is the ones that, you go, yeah, that's one I'd like to do more of. Okay, just kind of put a little star there or a highlighter or whatever, works for you, okay? So one of the best ways to increase dopamine is exercise, okay? For me, I do the 4-minute, I've shared with you, you guys, the 4-minute exercise. I do it every morning. Wake up, put in my tea, okay? I get everything all ready, and then I go in the living room and I do my 4-minute exercise. Okay, bang, I'm done. Okay, bang, done. It's just automatic. I don't even think about it. So maybe for you, it's walking. Maybe it's, I don't know, yoga, whatever it is, okay? But make it, I've always said, when you want to change a habit, it's called slicing. So maybe you have the habit every morning of making your coffee, okay? So then what do you do after that? Well, you drink it usually, right? So right after that, I'm going to do my exercise. I'm going to get on my bike. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. And then after that, I'm going to have breakfast or whatever. Okay. So you slice it in between two things you're now doing. So it's not a big deal. They believe that when you do it that way, anywhere from 7 to 21 days, it's a habit. It's bang. It's sliced in, and now you got her. Okay. And there's going to be days I got to go to the dentist. I've got to work unexpectedly or whatever, right? It doesn't happen then. But I'm just saying 99% of the time, I do the exercise then. So exercise boosts a production of new brain cells. It actually slows down a brain cell aging. And they've proven that even, by the way, with people in their 70s. Okay. So yes, it was University of California, and they had people who were in their 70s who you can tend to lose your muscle mass, and they had them do weightlifting. Okay. And the memory, they stayed with it even after this little survey thing. And the muscle tone was improved by something like 30 to 50%, like really high. Okay. So weightlifting, whatever it does it for you. Okay. But it helps the brain cells. So that's why exercise is so important. It's not really, to be honest with you, how much you burn off. I know that's how we think of it. I'm going to do my 30 minutes of blah, blah, blah. Really and truly, you don't burn off that much, okay? But the brain gets the dopamine. You feel better about yourself. You get that zest for life. That's dopamine. And that's why exercise is so important, in my opinion, over anything it burns off, okay? So 30 minutes, you guys, this one made my mouth drop. 30 minutes of running on a treadmill did not result in an increase in dopamine. Is that a kicker? Here you're sweating, you think you did something really good for yourself. Would you have burned off some calories? Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, absolutely. That's not what we're talking about here. Okay, everybody with me? We're talking about here how to increase that feel good energy. That's dopamine. But 1 hour of yoga, I do 30 minutes of yoga almost every day. It has changed my life. I sincerely mean it. Okay. I talk about the water pick. Yoga's up there with my water pick. Okay. Like if I went to a desert island, I'd have to bring my mat. My water pick, oh God, won't work. What I'm saying is there's certain things that really have made a difference in my health, my feeling, my uplifting. I feel more, I don't know, it's hard to explain. When I read this, they proved that yoga increases dopamine. Taking walks, taking walks, okay? Or doing gentle, no impact exercise. Just gentle, no pat. What's it feel like in the fall when you go for a walk in the leaves and you kick the leaves and you see the trees and you smell that beautiful smell of nature? You feel high, don't you? And that's dopamine. So it doesn't have to be, oh, I've got to, okay. And if you want to do that, yay. Okay. I say yay. Okay. You want to do power walking, there's no problem. It's going to help you burn off some calories, but it's more the feeling of feeling happy. Although I have to say, walking with a good stride does help with anti-aging. They've proven that. Okay. So it does create dopamine, but the running on a treadmill, it doesn't. So that's interesting. So yoga, Tai Chi, both of those will help with your dopamine. Because why? Why? It works with the brain and the body benefits. So brain body, you've all heard that expression, brain body. That's hypothalamus, that's dopamine. So that brain body connection, that's why it works. Now here's a simple one you can do. And this one I try to do in the evening because I don't try, I do it in the evening at least 80% of the time. What is it? Simply standing up. Standing up frequently during the day counteracts the dopamine draining effects of prolonged sitting. We've all heard sitting is the new smoking. Okay. So I don't know about that, but I know it's not good for you. Okay. Because it causes blood clots, by the way. There is a reason for it. But anyways, I divert. What's important? Get up. Get up, walk around, go to the washroom, get up, maybe dust a bit, get up, go to the kitchen, maybe make your coffee for the morning. You know what I mean? Like get everything organized. Get up, talk on the phone. I always talk on the phone walking. Okay. So stand up frequently during the day. Doing your exercise outdoors is the best. It is the best. Okay. Why? Because sunlight increases the number of dopamine receptors. So that's why sunlight. And that's why, in the winter and fall, do you never notice you wake up and you don't have the sun like you used to, right? Unless you're like Bev and live in Alberta, they have the sun all the time, but it's freezing cold and you can't go out. So it's good news, bad news. But it does tend to be more gloomy in the winter. Okay. So sunlight really helps. The first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is open up your drapes. That's the first thing. Okay. And the next thing you do is take the covers off your bed. Okay. Yeah. Do not make the bed right away. Okay. But anyway, there's a reason. You're going to kill off the dust mites with the cool air on the bed. Okay. And then go have your coffee, do your 4-minute exercise, go for your 30-minute walk, then make the bed. Because they've proven people who make the bed are even happier. Isn't that interesting? You go, oh, why do I have to make it? I'm just going to get it in the night. Creates dopamine. It's that feeling of, and it looks nicer, right? So we are visual people. It's interesting, but these are all simple little things to do, really and truly. Here's your best way to increase dopamine. I'm going to do my best to sell you on this one. Okay. This one's more important than the glass of water before the shower. This one's more important than blah, blah, blah. Meditation. Meditation increases dopamine. Meditation, why? Why again? Because of the brain-body benefit. It's the mind-body. That mind-body, what yoga does for you, what exercising outside, what sunlight. It's the mind-body connection. Meditation has been proven to build a healthier, more resilient brain. Because the brain, when you're meditating, the brain creates dopamine. You feel better. You just do. I don't care if it's a guided meditation. Okay, you could always do that, right? I don't care if it's you look at a candle, you close your eyes, you breathe, you get in connection. And by the way, a good way to breathe is to just like put your hand on your chest and put your hand, everybody, just for fun, do it right now. Put your hand on your chest and then one on the belly. And breathe from the belly. Bring it up to the chest and close your eyes though. You have to close your eyes. How do you feel? Can you feel a difference?
More relaxed.
Yeah.
More relaxed.
Yeah. More calm, focused. And that's what meditation does. Okay. One study found, and this, by the way, is incredible. Okay. One study found that regular meditation practice. So if you're not meditating at all right now, forget it. I can't do it, Cathi. Yes, you can. Number one. Okay. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm as about external as you can get. Okay. I always used to say I couldn't meditate. Here's what I'm going to tell you to do. 3 times a day, I want you to put it on a sticky pad and do that 30-second little thing we just did. Okay, maybe you wake up in the morning, you could do it then. Maybe before lunch. Do it before you eat, you'll eat less. Yeah, simply do it before you eat. Most people eat 3 times a day. Okay. You don't forget to eat. Okay, but you will not forget from here on in to do a 30-second to 1 minute deep breathing. Put your hand on your belly, and close your eyes. You really have to close your eyes. Here's one other tip to do meditating that's easy. What you do is keep your head straight, but you take your eyes and you go up as high as you can comfortably. You hold it for the count of at least 10 to 20, and then close it. Close your eyes. If you do that, you go into theta. Okay? Guaranteed. Keep your head straight. Do not put your head up. Keep your head straight. Take your eyes. Go up like you're looking up as high as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Close your eyes. I swear to God, you do that, you're in theta, you are going to create dopamine. Okay? So for those of you who find it challenging, I want you to, before you do your guided meditation or you do your breathing, do that little tip. Okay? They had proven that meditation can increase dopamine levels by 65%. Exclamation mark. 65%. If I had a pill here and I told you that would increase your dopamine by 60, you'd line up for it. Okay. I am going to tell you about foods that can do it, but I don't want to lose you right now, so don't go to the kitchen right yet. But isn't that interesting? 65%. What else could we do that will increase our dopamine? Enjoy music. Enjoying music will get your dopamine flowing. Music stimulates the release of dopamine. And that's the brain's pleasure. It lights up when you're listening to music. Okay, so you play your favorite music, whatever it is. And by the way, if you hum with the music or even sing it, you create more dopamine. But I'm going to try not to segue and just keep with, or we'll be here all night. Okay, boost dopamine. Okay, and this is something that most of us love to do. And I would say Cynthia does it on a daily basis. Boost dopamine with touch and social connection. So you've all heard about the COVID, what was it, 15 quarantine. You know, they say during COVID, the average weight gain was 15 to 20 pounds. Okay, why? You were shuttered away. You were away from your social contact. And they've proven that touch and social contact is so important for dopamine. So a therapeutic massage, what do you feel like after you've had a massage? Or even during it, right? Like, you're just like drooling, right? You're just like, I'm there. Okay. Treat yourself to a massage. Okay, because it creates dopamine and serotonin by 30%. Meditation did 65. You notice the difference? But this is important, you guys. Hugging releases dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. Okay, oxytocin again is the love chemical. It's the when you're first in love. But how does it feel when you go with your mate in bed at night and you do the spooning? But it's my favorite time of the evening. Why? Spooning, hugging, it's creating oxytocin. It's creating dopamine. So it's just so important. So something as simple as spooning at night, and it helps with the dopamine receptors. Now, I talked about this earlier, but stimulating dopamine with, and not all of you are going to love this, but stay with me, a cold shower and singing. Okay. I used to not make, but I would suggest in my 2-day program for them to do hot, cold, hot, cold. You've heard about in Japan where they jump into the hot tub, then they go in the snow, then they go into the hot tub. By the way, Whistler has that. Okay. And then you go in, it creates dopamine. Okay. So I would just tell them, do hot, it's warm, not, hot, hot, but warm, warm, then cool, cool, then warm, warm, then cool, cool. You want to create dopamine? Wow. Does it work? Okay. But then as we get older, we don't want the cold. We're like, God, no, Cathi. Okay. So here's what I'm going to suggest. Okay. Take a cool shower, at least at the end of your shower. It's great for the hair, makes the hair shine, closes the hair follicles. You won't have as much hair fall out. So if you can't take a cold shower, okay, then at the end of your shower, just have a nice cold blast, okay? But here's what you can do in the shower. Sing. Singing in the shower ups your dopamine. Something as simple as your favorite song, okay? And I want you to sing in the shower. Maybe for a couple, I sing in the shower all the time, and it becomes a habit. Why? I have one whole call on how to stop the monkey brain. The monkey brain? Oh my God, I got to do this. And then I got to do that. Oh God, what if he calls? And what if I got to do the worrying? If you're singing, the worrying stops. You're creating dopamine. So, hey, you can't get much easier than that. So when the saints come marching in, come marching in. Okay, I don't care what it is. A simple little song, okay? Do a diddly or hum. Do some, by the way, humming increases dopamine. Okay. So what else increases dopamine? Hobbies. Hobbies boost your brain's reward system. Do either one of you have a hobby?
I just finished a project.
Dopamine?
Yeah. I did I painted some branches and then I put lights on them.
Dopamine. That is a perfect that's why a lot of people like putting up the Christmas tree. Okay, at Christmas time, okay, and some people do it right now and have their Christmas tree on. Okay, like crazy. Sorry, I'm judging, but I find I'd be bored with it by December 1st. But why do we put up the tree or love the decorations or what you just commented on, Jules? You're creating dopamine. Makes you feel good. It gives you that rush of dopamine. So any hobby will do it. Okay, I don't care what hobby it is, but it will create dopamine. So I just put a few here like bird watching, hobbies like bird watching, treasure hunting. That's a big one. Okay, that's a big one. You guys ever heard of? And then I put collecting of all kinds. So you know how some people collect, I don't know, spoons or they collect. I used to collect, those hourglasses, and you get just focused on it, right? And it's that dopamine rush when you get it. Have you guys heard of the escape rooms? They're big. They're quite big, and so all of those things are creating dopamine. But whatever your hobby is, okay, I don't care if it's collecting stamps or whatever. Now let's talk about everybody's favorite dopamine boosting beverages. Number 1/2 is coffee or tea. It stimulates dopamine. And the amino acid adenosine is why, okay? And it's an amino acid found in teas. It's really high, by the way, in black, white, oolong, and green tea. So any of those teas will create dopamine. And so black, white, oolong, and green tea. And coffee. But you know what? Tea is the number 1 beverage. Why? Because in India, Africa, they are into much more teas than we are. This is my favorite tea, and I just brought it because I know I've talked about it before, but you want to boost your metabolism, yerba mate really works. And oolong tea is your best for weight loss, okay? So tea is extremely effective for dopamine, and so is coffee. Here's the killers of dopamine that just takes your dopamine. You took your shower, you sang your song, you had your coffee, life is good, you did your 4-minute exercise, then you did one of these. Down goes the dopamine. Sugar's number 1. To be honest with you, sugar's number 2. I'll tell you one that beats sugar. But these are the depleting ones. Sugar, saturated fat, animal fat, and here's the worst, palm oil. And here's the kicker. Palm oil is in probably 20 to 50% of the things in your house. Yeah. Why? It's cheap. It is dirt cheap. It makes the product last long. Okay. Go look at some of your food products, and vegetable oil will be the first ingredient or on the list. Okay, that's palm oil. They know you know the word palm oil now. So I'm going to give you a whole list of all where palm oil is disguised. Yes, Cynthia.
You said sugar, saturated fats, and what?
Animal fat,
Animal fat.
palm oil. Those are the worst ones. So, and I'm going to do a call on this, but palm oil is in your skincare, not in my skincare. Okay. Oxidative skincare has absolutely no palm oil. Okay. I can tell you it's in at least 65% of skincare you're probably using. So you're putting that on your, think about it. You wash your face, you get it nice and warm. Then you go put the palm oil on. And then you use Oxylift. Bang, bang. Oh, yeah. Okay, party. Okay, dopamine. Okay, so palm oil, it's in lipstick. Oh, isn't that lovely? Put it right on your lips. Put it right on there. There are some that you can get that don't have it. Okay, pizza, it's loaded in that. Instant noodles. Okay, you ever wonder why they pop up so quickly? Okay, it's because of the palm oil. It's in most shampoos. Okay, even if it says it's what's the word they use now for shampoos to try to pretend they're healthy for you? Can't remember. I'll think about it. Week 2. Okay, but there is a word they use, and yes, it doesn't have that, but it still has palm oil. Isn't that interesting? Okay, and think about it. You're in the shower, nice and hot. Hypothalamus is right back here, by the way. The pores are all open, and you take that crap and put it. Then you get out, you put your skincare on, some lipstick. Hey, dopamine. And you wonder why you're kind of like a little foggy. Okay. So aspartame decreases brain levels of dopamine and serotonin. Okay. So that is so important. Cookies, by the way, has a lot of palm oil. Okay, packaged cookies. Okay, margarine. Okay, detergent. Most detergent has it. But anyways, ice cream. Okay. Anyways, we'll do a call on it. But yeah, look at your skincare, and if it has SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, another word for palm oil. That's all it is. Okay. And they know you know, so they're saying, I'm not going to put palm oil on my face, right? You would never do that. So yeah, it decreases, and so does aspartame. Okay, but stevia is an excellent sweetener. Okay, that one is excellent to get off sugar. Okay, the dopamine weight loss connection. Now this is earth-shattering, but there is going to be help for you. But they've proven obese people have fewer dopamine receptors. Okay, they just do have. So that's why you eat more, because you go, oh, I got to get, you don't know, but what's doing it is I just don't feel happy, or I just don't feel full, or I don't feel satisfied. You'll hear people say that, I got to have a little bit more. Intermittent fasting is excellent for dopamine. It's really excellent. And I do intermittent fasting. That's what really works for me. And eating protein will really help you with dopamine. And that's why the last series I talked all about the best proteins to go to. It's very effective for weight loss. Too little protein in your diet leads to low dopamine. It just does. So what are the foods we can eat that will help boost our dopamine? Everybody's all ears now. Okay. Your best is you've heard of the gut brain. Do you know 70% of your immune system is in your gut? 70%, and that's huge, right? So how do we help our gut? Because our gut helps create dopamine. It's not just the hypothalamus, so is the gut. Foods that are high in probiotics, such as yogurt. Of course, it's not the sweetener yogurt, okay? It's the plain yogurt. Put some stevia, put some blueberries in there. Life is good. Yogurt kefir is excellent for it. And raw sauerkraut. Another one that's excellent, just hit me, is, I know, Jules, we used to have it all the time at the trade shows, kombucha. Okay, that would be excellent. You can even make your own. No, that wasn't a big seller, but okay. Carry on.
What does it taste like?
Well, you get the boughten ones, they taste delightful. You can get blueberry, you can get the blueberry one's my favorite. What's yours, Joe?
It was rose and something else. I forgot.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
one was, I just can't think of it was a combination.
It's a combination. So, but they're all very delightful. But you can make your own. You can go on YouTube, which will deplete your dopamine. So go on, go off. Okay, write down the recipe, and you have the black tea. Okay, you ferment it. Anything fermented is going to help the gut. So almost every morning I have the raw sauerkraut. It's easy. It's bang. I put it in a little bowl. Yum yum yum. Okay, and it really helps with dopamine. So then I have my sea vegetable, my what are they? Those little seaweed. Why do I always forget it? I eat them every day. I just love them. I get that salt kick. Okay. But anyways, let's talk about them. Your best way to increase dopamine is animal products. It really and truly is. Okay. So we're talking beef, poultry, eggs, fish, excellent for dopamine, especially salmon, by the way. And it can be canned salmon, excellent. I'm even going to go through in specific which ones, because different meats have different effects with dopamine. Isn't that interesting? So we're going to go through that also in the weeks to come. Dairy, apples, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. By the way, it's the malic acid in the apple. It's not, and it really is true. It helps with dopamine. Avocados, really great for dopamine. Bananas, ever look at a banana? It's shaped like a smile, you know? So it creates dopamine. These calls create dopamine. What do you feel like after the call? You know what I'm saying? You're just like lifted. So beans, but here's the important part for beans. It's fava bean, Fava, or it's called broad bean. That is your best bean for dopamine. Beets, I can't say enough good about beets. Chocolate, but it does have to be the 70% and higher. By the way, if it's lower chocolate, it actually has palm oil in it. Yeah, chocolate is unfortunately loaded with palm oil. But if it's the good chocolate, it creates dopamine. Green leaf vegetables, very, very high in dopamine. Everybody's favorite, nuts. Nuts are excellent for dopamine. Oats, olive oil, oregano is your best. There's two really good spices. Okay, I'll talk about the other one in just a minute. But oregano is excellent for dopamine. Peanuts are excellent for dopamine. Rosemary. Oh my God, ever smell rosemary? Like I'm talking the fresh. Oh my God, just even smelling it will create dopamine. Sea vegetables. So that's why I have my little sea vegetable every day. It just creates dopamine, helps the thyroid, by the way. Okay. So most women have a thyroid deficiency. And so sea vegetables are so important. Dulse, I didn't even write it down there, but dulse would, because it's a sea vegetable, right? Sesame and pumpkin seeds. For seeds, that's your best for dopamine. Soy products, and I'm talking about the natural, like tofu, the hard soy product. Okay, not the what do you call it? Processed one.
Dessert?
Okay, pardon?
The dessert one, you mean?
How would you ever
Not
think
the
of
dessert one?
that? Right,
It's
not
the
the dessert.
soft one.
Yeah, not the processed one or the dessert one, okay? Is because maybe it'll be easier on the digestive system, but it's not going to create dopamine, okay? But the hard, tofu that you can put your garlic, you can put your brags on, and it'll make whatever you're eating, it'll go into that. Okay, so you can put it in chili, you can make it like that. That's just a few things you could do. Turmeric, really, really high in dopamine, but not just the turmeric spice. Remember, I've talked to you guys, and next week I'm going to talk more about, because it's the curcumin that's in it. The turmeric that you have, the spice, it has about 1% curcumin. Okay, 1%. That's not going to do it. But the fermented turmeric does work. Watermelon. Bev, I think of you every time I think of watermelon. She loves watermelon. It creates dopamine. When you eat watermelon, it's like, for me, I can't eat it, to be honest with you, because I find it too addictive. It's just too high sugar, but other people who can eat it and then let it go, like Bev, that's excellent. Last and far from least, I put it in twice for a reason. Beets. Beets are so incredible for dopamine. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys two things I love to talk about, because it really helps with you creating the dopamine. Okay, so everybody see that? No?
No.
Okay. I think I can do it. I think I know what I did wrong. Okay.
You probably didn't click share screen.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just looking for that arrow. Can you guys see that?
No.
It's just focused on you.
Well, I can't think of anything prettier, but let me see if I can find there. This is a little different than Zoom. You didn't see it, right?
Oh, but every time you push something, it looked like it was taking a photo or something.
Okay, just found it. I can't find the arrow. I saw it. It went
So go back down here,
to Google.
and then you want your little dots to come up. So you go to share screen. There, you're there. But you click on it. Click once. Then you have to click share screen up here. Okay. Then you have to go to Windows.
Oh boy.
So many steps. And there it is. Share.
Wow. Now you see it. Hello?
Yes. Yes, I
Okay,
see it.
a little. Okay, thank you. Okay, so it would be great if we ate beets every day. It would be great. Most of us won't. Okay, because they're in season, then they're out. But the beetroot powder is so effective for easy peasy. And that's what I'm into, easy peasy. It is the #1 superfood. You hear about superfoods all the time. Okay, well, beets is so excellent for dopamine, high in antioxidants. It promotes heart health. Think of the color of beets. You know what I'm saying? It is excellent for the heart. It lowers high blood pressure, which is, they call it the silent killer for a reason. It reduces inflammation. It has anti-cancerous properties. It boosts your energy. I had this before I talked to you guys today. I have beetroot at least 6 days a week. It's very unusual for me not to have it. I just love it. It's easy, fast. It helps my brain health. It supports it decreases your appetite. And why does it promote feelings of fullness? Because it gives you that dopamine rush. If you don't like the taste, and I would say 5% of people don't, I love the taste of beets. All you do is put it in your drink of choice, okay? And we have it on sale. And for any new people, I do the sale for 24 hours because I really believe if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right after the call. So it's regular $30, and now it's 2 of them for $25.95. Sorry, $25.95 for 1, 2 at $24. Okay, so you're saving $12, and that's a pretty good savings. And you don't have to keep it in the fridge, by the way. People always ask me that. All you do is enter the code BEAT1 for 1 and BEAT2 for 2 at the checkout. If you ever have a problem with it, simply give me a call. Okay. Everybody, did it go?
Yeah, we're back to the people screen.
Okay. Okay. So I want to show you the most important thing as far as I'm concerned. This is the most important thing to help you and support you with your weight loss journey. Okay. It is the new series. So I'm gonna. Okay, Google. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna need your help, Shelley.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where's the blue W? I hit the blue W.
Now you have to click on the one that you want to share.
Okay.
Click. Okay. Now go back to the call.
The Google.
Mm-hmm. And then you go to share. You have to make your thingy come up. There you go. Okay, so your little envelope kind of thing there.
Yeah.
And share. Yep. And then window. And then click on it. No, it's that one, right? Yeah. And click share.
Okay. This is a new series, you guys. So we talked about how dopamine is so important for our mood swings, overeating, because it gives us that motivation. That's what it's called, the motivation, the zest for life. It increases your focus, your concentration, and it really helps with the impulse eating. Okay. So this week, I want you to do at least 3 to 4 of the tips I gave you. Okay. And the foods that we talked about. But that's for week 1. Then next week, okay, I always do bang, bang, one right after another. This is that monkey mind, the worrying, the constant, all of that decreases dopamine, okay? And yes, there's times we do it, but many times it's daily. Some people just automatically do it. And this will stop that automatic overthinking and worrying. So I'm going to show you 12 different ways that stop the monkey mind. The way you respond to this will send you into just a spiral of worrying, and then the worry will create the overeating, and then the overeating creates the lack of motivation. Okay, so you're going to learn how you can mentally and physically stop the overeating. Because why is that important that you stop that overthinking? Because it causes the high blood pressure and anxiety, which will cause you to gain more weight. And high blood pressure is a killer. So we want to get that down. So it's going to give you scientifically proven tools that will release stress and move towards bliss. And that's what we all want in our life, to be in that good feeling. So this next week is so important. Week 3 will be November 10th. Okay, so it's 2 weeks from the second call, because the second call, I'm really going to be giving you how-tos and different easy tips. This is not, hard to do. So you have 2 weeks to do that. Then the week 3 is 20 stress relieving foods to eat when you're feeling anxious or stressed. Okay. I mean, who tells you what foods to go to that will actually decrease that? And there are certain foods that have been proven to help with that, and they're yummy. They decrease anxiety and tension. And when it comes to combating stress levels, the foods you eat can actually help you relieve stress. These foods help your blood sugar. They make the blood sugar stay more balanced. They give you that happy feeling, and they're just give you that satisfaction. And it'll just give you more peace and put you in a positive mood. That's how you make change. It is your mood. It is your emotions. So that week is super, super important. Then 2 weeks from then, I got to tell you, this one, you guys, get ready to have lots of fun. This is week 4. How fighting with your guy or anyone, okay? When you get into that argument and that, just, oh, I got to be right. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Okay? Because arguing with people or fighting with anybody actually decreases your dopamine. It makes you more, and they've proven this scientifically. So I'm going to show you how to stop the arguing, okay? And also, this is the most fun part. You're going to learn how to discover the 5 love languages. Okay, the 5 love languages. I talked about them quickly, but fighting with anyone releases a hormone that makes you crave junk food. Okay, that's proven scientifically. A recent study showed that it raises levels of gremlin. Gremlin increases hunger and cravings for high-fat, sugary foods. And it hurts your heart. Literally, it hurts your heart. So you're going to discover secrets that will stop the arguments and increase love in their love language. Okay? So that is week 4. It is so much fun, you guys. You are either words of appreciation, you're either touch, okay? That's your love language. And by the way, we all have different components to the love language, but you're going to learn how to talk to your mate or a friend in their love language. So that's the 4 weeks, and it is just fun, fun, fun. That week, I'm not kidding, we're going to be laughing more than anything else, okay? So that's the 4 weeks in a nutshell. Along with that, you get a private one-on-one consultation with me, okay? The Mayo Clinic proved that participating in weight loss groups help people less lonely, less anxious, and less stressed. It creates dopamine. How do you feel after the calls? You're more uplifted, you're more focused, you're more happy. And they've proven it gives you a sense of control and empowerment and hope. It raises your understanding and your knowledge. And it keeps you focused and motivated to your weight loss goal, especially this 4-week one. Why? It's all on dopamine and emotions, how to be happier. how to get that zest for life. People who attend support groups on average lose anywhere from 2.5 to 3 pounds a month more than those who didn't. But here's the most important part, you guys, they keep it off. That's what's more important. The extra bonus is when you sign up within 24 hours, Carol, Bev, all the people who signed up, Anne, Cathi, and I know I had more people sign up. I don't have everybody's name here in front of me. As long as you do it within 24 hours of listening to the calls, you're going to get a special surprise. Okay. And I'm really looking forward to doing that. So we have it on sale. And it's normally $197. That includes the session with me, all the 4 weeks, everything. And now it's on sale for $89.95. So you're saving over $100. All you do is click on new, NEW, weight loss coaching, and you enter the code new at the checkout. Okay, that's all you have to do. Now I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Okay. And why I say this is I'm so confident that you will benefit and love this series. I'm offering a full money back guarantee, no questions asked. There is no reason why you can't do this for yourself. You know, we don't think anything of going out to dinner with our mate or whatever we might do. And, you know, that's not going to help you in your health and weight loss. So I'm giving you a full money back guarantee because I want absolutely no reason for you not to be able to do this. Okay. I want you to be so gung-ho and so excited. Okay. So that is, to me, the gift of health. It really is. The 4-week series. Okay. Is that still up there? I guess so. I'm trying to get rid of it.
No, it's gone.
Yeah, this is so different than Zoom. Hey, Shelley? Is it still up there?
No, it's gone.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jules. Okay. So it starts the next week series. Okay.
I don't know how to get my thing off.
The most important thing you can do is raise your dopamine, really and truly, because it affects everything in your life. It really and truly does. From your zest for life, feeling better, just having more energy. So, Shelley?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I can hear you from up here. Okay, it is so hard to focus. But is there any questions? No such thing as a silly question. I can only tell you that I've been in the weight loss field since, well, for over 30 years. It's my love, it's my passion, it's my way of creating dopamine. It actually is. I love doing this. And I wanted to make it at a reduced price so everybody can do it and feel great and release weight. This isn't a program like most weight loss programs where you have your calories and your fat and your blah, blah, blah. This program is all around increasing dopamine, feeling great, having a zest for life, and then you tend to eat better. You tend to want to go and do your 4-minute workout or do your yoga or go walk in the leaves. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a different way of releasing weight, but it works. There is no, I'm a very addictive type person. But how did I create dopamine? I got into ways of increasing my dopamine. So I was driven. And that's the reason you keep the weight off, is it becomes a lifestyle change, But more than that, it's dopamine. It's that good feeling. So this next 4-week series is all around how to have that zest for life, how to be more loving to ourselves, how to reduce the depression or the melancholy. Oh, I'd love to do it, but, all of that. And how to get rid of that monkey mind, the worrying, the stress. So next week, you're going to absolutely love it because I'm going to show you how to reduce stress in a very natural, easy way. Okay? So it is that simple. And all you do is you just sign up online, or you can give me a shout and I'll do it for you if you're having any problems with it, okay? So I look forward to getting to know you better. And next week, we're going to be talking also about how to reduce stress and worry. And we're going to be talking about foods that will help reduce cravings for carbs and sweets and all that sort of thing. Petting your animal. Okay, that's creating dopamine, and that's why Cynthia loves her animals, you know. It does. It gives you that good feeling, right, Cynthia? What have the calls done for you, Cynthia? Because I know you've been with me for quite a while now.
Having people around that understand what I deal with regarding weight loss and things like that. When you've got like-minded people or people that get you sort of thing, I find it really gives you a boost. And I just find just being with the group is, I don't know, it just increases my dopamine. It's really encouraging.
And here's the thing, it's different than most, here's your list of foods, here's your bad list of foods, okay? We all know that. You could read hundreds of books and it'll tell you that. You can go on YouTube, okay? But it doesn't do, and Mayo Clinic even proved people who release weight with support groups keep the weight off too. But it's because it's a lifestyle change and it's helping you with your emotions. We go to food when we're stressed or when we're down or when we're lonely, but you can learn new ways to increase that dopamine because that's what it does. After the calls, you're happier, you're more focused, you're more lifted, you know, but you do need that. It's like an onion, okay? I wish I could just give you one call and you're all healed, okay? I'm not Billy Graham, I'm Cathi Graham, okay? And it is something you've had for years and years and years, you know? So it is that onion and getting it peeled and getting to the core, you know? But I have to tell you, I love all my series, but this one is really getting to the problem. And the problem is your hormones, your emotions, how you sleep at night, how you are happy or down, how you do the projects like Jules said and complete it or not, you know? And that's what we want. We want a healthy way of releasing weight, but we want to make it with ease and grace. So I want to thank you guys for showing up, and I want to thank Carol, who already signed up without even knowing what the series was about. Oh, love you. You know, and Bev, I know, is in, and I know if there is a way I can help you guys, that is my passion. That is my dopamine surge. So you are helping me as much as I'm helping you, okay? So I send you guys big hugs, big hearts, okay? Give me a heart, okay? No, come on. Oh, thank you. Okay, okay. Perfect. Okay, I feel your love. I feel your hug, okay? So hug yourself.
I'm sending you some dopamine here, this fuzzy one.
Aha! Okay, I'll pet it. So pet your animals, okay? Create that dopamine. So I'm going to say sayonara, and next Thursday, 12 o'clock Pacific, be here or be instead of square round. So you guys keep on keeping on. Give yourselves a hug. Do something that creates dopamine today, okay? So we're going to meet back next Thursday for class 2. Okay, I'm going to say bye-bye.